Hey, good morning once again. We have 6 viewers so far. Gretchen is
Woohoo.
there. Hi, Gretchen.
Good morning, Gretchen.
And my mother in Romania. Bună seara.
Buonasera.
And I don't know who else is there because I can't
But
see the
hello
names.
in any language you speak.
Yeah. So it's a rainy day here in Houston. It's kind of a stay home sort of day.
Please don't.
But please don't. Just come to the Silver Steel Studios if you are in Houston, and don't spend time with us. We have a lot of cool things here in Silver Steel Studios.
Great. Before we get started, though, let's just kind of remind everybody that we are broadcasting on Zoom and you're watching on Facebook Live, which means there is a bit of a delay between what we say and what shows up in the chat. So if you're trying to get through, please realize we'll get to you as soon as we see it come through the chat. And the second thing is, the whole point of our chat is for Bogdan and I to share the kind of work that we're doing and the things that we have available for purchase. Everything that you see today is for sale. So the time to buy a piece of art is when you fall in love with it. So I hope you fall in love.
Fabulous. Let's switch to the presentation and see what did we prepare for today's edition. So shall we start introducing the artwork?
You bet.
So this is, guys, called La Solitude, and it's actually an alternative photography. It's print and acrylic on top of it, and it's a very valuable these days. Not because it's one of the first in the series, but because it made it to the fire at Winter Steel Studios.
It has been tested by fire.
I had to change the frame and everything else, but the actual artwork has survived and is now recovered and ready for sale. So it has a little bit of a history, and I should write this on the back of it.
It does.
Because
And when you have your museum, they'll be able to talk about that.
so the series is called Urbana, and I got inspired from the streets of Bucharest when I went last summer and photographed all kinds of graffiti and decay, and it's a kind of a nice combination of where graffiti artists is trying to so this is what I felt, but I don't know the reality of it. They're trying desperately to cover all these decay gray walls in colors, in all kinds of geometry, and even though it looks like it's vandalism, it brings a little energy to it. So out of that mess, this face just appeared to me. So I start painting on top of the photography. So this is how Urbana shows up, either watching you passing by, or she's asleep, and there are various images with Urbana.
So you've named this character Urbana.
Urbana, see. And you have a point that it frightened you. Yesterday we had a conversation about Urbana. I don't know why, but Urbana is there like an angel, and is seeing pedestrians every day, and he's like a big brother.
It's like the city's watching out for you, and I guess in a large sense, the city does protect us. It protects us from the wilds of nature. We don't have tiger attacks in cities, so the city does protect you, though it does create other kind of threats to people in large cities. But Urbana is the one who watches over us, and that's kind of neat to think that she's there.
And I try to. So the background is photography, but it's not pure photography. It's a composite made of tens of other bytes of other photographs combined and joined together. And then I created the background, and then I added a window, and then through the window I painted the face.
I love the series. It's so full of life and just pulsing with energy, and that, like you say, that juxtaposition of the old buildings with this really new urban kind of flavor. They're not just concrete walls; they're beautiful old buildings that are just in decay.
And I wanted to keep some of that mess, graffiti, colors, but bring mine as well, because I don't want to make it feature other artists.
Yeah, you're not just taking pictures of someone else's art.
And then there's a variety of works available and done about Urbana. One of them have sold last weekend, right, to Bob and Rosa.
Oh yes, they just bought one. You're right.
And I thought I would feature two of those in this today's edition. One is this one that is smaller, and La Solitude is called because it's kind of lonely, looking through a window that it's in decay as well. And so this is La Solitude. It's a 16 by 16 inch artwork.
Good size,
and it's actually floating in this black cardboard on a 17 and 22 by 17 inch frame.
Beautiful. Love the colors.
Shall we talk about yours?
What do we have for me first? This is Determination. And this is part of my Punk Amarga series that I launched in 2020. And I've made kind of a commitment that I'm going to do 20 pictures every 5 years for the next 20 years. So it'll be 100 pieces in the series. And this is kind of my legacy series. And the whole point of the first iteration of this legacy series was the path of accumulation, where all the things that have happened to you, all the good, all the bad, all that you've learned, all the failure, all of those things go into making you who you are today. And so I tried to capture that in these pictures.
And I like on this particular one, I like many elements. You've joined this thick circle with a very thin circle, almost like a geometry, geometric shapes joining together.
To me, there are all kinds of symbols. The sacred circle, these dots, to me represent kind of an homage to the Aboriginal art that the Aborigines believe that there is a dream time, a place where you go, where time is suspended. And I'm hoping that that's where art lives as well. And then I have these rectangles on the left-hand side that kind of represent my footprints as I move through this kind of meditation in art. So the whole series, I've sold all but 4 or 5 in the series, and these are the ones that remain. I will do another set in 2025. But I just love the colors. I love the movement. They are chaotic, but at the same time, it's kind of soothing. I think it's the colors.
And you have a variety of sizes in this series, right?
I do. These are 16 by 20, which is a good size. And they go up to the ones behind us that are like 5 foot by 4 foot.
But we'll talk about that in a bit, because the second part of the show, you chose to feature another
2
larger
of these, because they're sitting here in the studio, and one of them was also in the fire over at Winter Street, and we're still trying to get the smell of the smoke out of that one.
It's almost gone, but
it's getting there. But I really like them. I have it here just so you can get a sense of the size of it. So it's not a bad size, not big, but not small. And
you always should remind me.
Oh, I didn't know you had it there.
They're very nice. Look
at the colors. Oh my gosh. Urbana's sneaking into my photos as well.
Look at this. Gorgeous.
And so anyway, this one, the thing about Punk Amarga, it's got a special stamp that you become a collector of Punk Amarga. You are treated specially. You get first dibs on the next 20 that come out. So it's hopefully a series that will keep on
I do
giving.
Not have that privilege.
And the beauty is with Punk Amarga, since I won't be finished until I'm 80, I can't die.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Did you make a pact?
Yeah, that means you can't kill me.
Yeah. Okay, guys, let's address a big thank you for all of you that are watching us this morning and watching us all the time, being here with us, supporting us, and as well collecting us. Now, a special thank you go to Bob and Rosa, who were the first to acquire one of those images from Urbana series, and this is Senora Urbana. And I try to bring to go over the acrylic, and then I put my sign as a graffiti now, my signature. And I think it's great. And I created some other words, La Vida, something related with the urban life.
And so this is 3D. This rectangle in the middle is raised.
The whole thing is the artwork. and the rectangle it's raised from the background
Mhm.
because I wanted, like a window, it's a dimension.
So that is on canvas?
That is actually paper, both
That's
of them.
paper. Okay. I don't know why I didn't remember that. Looks like a canvas board. So in this one is different from the other in the sense that there's no photography here. This is all acrylic painting.
No, it is photography. The background of Urbana, it's actually photography, as well as the actual blue cyan background. That's a detail of a
Oh, I see now. Okay, so that is just
of
a wall.
decay wall.
Okay, so you still have kind of painted on photography. Excellent.
And then I messed up with some acrylic here and there. There's some red ink floating around. There's all kinds of things. So I think at the end of the day, you can consider this as a mixed media if you want.
Frank, good morning, Frank. Frank says he wants that on a t-shirt. That would be great.
Yeah.
We could have Urbana t-shirts. We could get a whole Urbana swag going. A new line. Urbanesque.
Now, what else? We need to address a thank you to Jim and Alvaro, who bought the first image, self-service from the Nature Remember series from the show. Excuse me. We went there to their place yesterday and delivered the image, and we got introduced to the whole collection of these guys.
Oh, that was cool.
We got so busy that we forgot to take any pictures with him, standing by the picture. But it was great to get in a house of a collector's house to see your work, my works. There's a lot of other artists that we know around, and they were hanging in their place. Artists that are represented by some galleries here in town, and we are like, what did I see this picture before? Oh, there was a show at Photo Relevance, or it was amazing to see all these pieces.
And that happens over at Frank and Tommy's and other collectors, but we had not been to Jim and Alvaro's house before, and to see their collection and just to see people who love art to the extent that they surround themselves with it, and then to realize that you're not only represented there as part of their collection, but that you start to recognize the other people around.
Yeah,
that
it was very
part of that community that people are collecting. It's just very, very nice.
Now you have a new collector.
I have a new collector as well.
That's Nick, with whom we had a little photo shoot and a video production going on, and I'll talk about this in a minute. And while he was wandering in the studio doing all this work, he remembered Modi is her name? Maud. And he said, I'm gonna have to have this because it matches another one in my house, which is, he found it hilarious.
Yeah, I just love her. She is one of those cartoon heads that I do, and I have no idea when I begin how these things are going to turn out. They just kind of create themselves. And then Maud started to emerge, and I was laughing the whole time I was drawing her. She's just an absolute scream. She's ready for homecoming. She's got her mom in her football earrings, and she has got spirit. Yes, she does. And
now, since we talk about Nick, let's talk about Nick now.
Yeah, let's talk more about Nick.
So on February 4th, and that's next Saturday?
Next Saturday, yeah.
Here in our studio, 314 at Silver Sea Studios, we have Nicky Mayer signing his first novel, Welcome to Aberdeen, the Silver City by the Sea. So it's going to be a book signing event from 5 o'clock to 8 or whatever is ending event. Looking forward to it. We had a photo shoot this last week to prepare him for the marketing stuff. We did a video, and by the way, the video is so good. He is like
he's really promoting it
viral right now. And, to get that many views in one day, it takes me a lot of energy, where I need to stand in hands, I guess. But his video took 1,000 views in the first day.
Really, that many?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
I was like, oh my God.
Well, I can't wait to have the book signing and to have people here at the studio, which is, we're honored to have him come here and do that book signing. It should be a nice event. So
yes, looking forward to it.
If you're not doing anything next Saturday, or even if you are, you should cancel all your plans and
why not?
Come to the book signing.
There's going to be food, it's going to be wine, it's going to be a good good networking and good time.
And a good book.
Now, guys, as you probably remember, we are here every day from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening. If you cannot make it in the weekend time, there is a chance for you to come and visit us any day of the week.
Yeah, we're open pretty much. We're not here on Sundays, but every other day we're pretty much here.
And we are open today, indeed, all the way till 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
We'll be here around till
probably.
5, yeah.
We are getting also ready for a new show here at Silver Sea Studios. John is gathering all the artworks
Yes.
for the beginnings, which actually coincides with Nick's event.
So there'll be art up for Nick's event. That's great.
That's February 4th and goes all the way up to March 18. It's going to be a group exhibition by the Silver Street artists, this time curated by Rosa Ana Orlando.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're very, very honored to have Rosa Ana with us. She's doing she'll be doing the layout this next week. The artwork is starting to come in on today and Monday, and we'll start hanging this week to be ready for next Saturday. Now, this is a tenant show, so all the work is by artists here at Silver Street Studios, and we're so lucky to have the opportunity to do that. We get several shows a year.
And I mean, I think in Houston, this is the largest gallery space.
It might be, yeah.
There's no other gallery in town this size, and hold these many artists.
And one of the issues with the coming to Silver Street and any of the buildings at Sawyer Yards is that you can stop by, but the artist may or may not be in there because each of us have our own art businesses and other things that we have to do. But you can get a real overview of the kind of art that's available here and identify which artists and which studios you can contact them directly for a private viewing if you see something that really catches your interest. So it's a great way to promote ourselves even when we're not open to the public. And the buildings are open every day, Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5. So you can wander around at your leisure or come for the big open days and be here with lots of other people.
And as you know, your father used to go to malls to walk.
He used to walk the mall.
This building is so large and so vast. You can do your jogging in here.
You know why Dad stopped doing that? Because he said he would walk around the mall and it was exactly 1 mile. And every time he stopped at the donut place was the end of a mile. And he was like, what's the point?
Yeah, no, there's no donuts here.
No donuts.
Painted donuts, yes. Listen, let's go further. And then what's new? Well, Lauren, my friend from the frame shop, called me the other day, said, listen, I have this frame. I don't use it. Do you want it? And I said, not my style, but I said, let me look at it. So I got there and it says absolute gaudy gold frame. And I said, you know what? I'm going to work something for you that is very modern and that will match. It's going to be a nice juxtapositions with the frame.
Kind of antique frame.
And then this is what I'm working on, a new Urbana here. It's all paint. This is work in progress. Hopefully I'm going to have more time to work on it today.
My only issue with Urbana is I want to fix her hair.
Well, no.
That's a style that she's going to have to modernize that look.
Yeah, no, it can't happen. It can't happen. And then what's new? Well, I still have these small artworks formations that are very nice and, very decorative in a way, blue and gold. And then I have finished these galaxies that can be purchased, either individual or use it as a triptych. And I think they're beautiful, they're vibrant, they're all more mysterious when you see them with your own eyes rather than a photograph.
Leo is watching.
Leo,
Buenos dias.
And then again,
¿Cómo está todo en México?
As I mentioned before, I have this possible commission that I'm working on. So those are kind of my first drafts of the decay. They'll be part of the Urbana as well.
This looks like jewelry. I mean, look at those colors. It's just so vibrant and so varied. It's almost like going into a candy store and you see all the candy. It's just
and
beautiful.
you realize all of them will be painted over because there'll be.
Sure.
I mean, this is the idea of it, but then I'm going to use acrylic to add some
embellish,
to personalize them somehow.
Yeah, they're just lovely. I just love the colors.
What else? You have something new.
Yes, this is my newest piece. I just finished that this week. It is kind of a combination of collage work. I did some printing techniques with it, as well as oh my gosh, there are markers, there's colored pencil, there's paint, lots and lots of layering going on. And that is my newest piece. And I like it. I think it's
Does it have a name yet?
Boy, I'm not afraid of yellow. I'm just figuring that out.
Does it have a name? I call it wow.
Call it wow.
You see, I see here.
That actually,
wow.
Yeah, well, maybe it's wow.
Maybe a wow.
Maybe it's wow. Turned upside down, it would be mom. So, it's up to you.
We do have a new vlog episode, guys, on YouTube under the Art Life channel. Go ahead and check it out. And
yeah, we're doing one now. We're working on one. The subject this week is how to increase sales. So that should be interesting and challenging for us because that's what we want to do.
That applies to us. It's don't even think that we're gonna sell you anything to make more money because we don't have that.
No, it's about sales. We're not selling you anything.
We don't have that formula.
Art Life.
We're just looking for formulas. So come join us in the discussion and see if we're doing right, if we're thinking right. There's no selling points.
Here we promote things that are for sale. In the Art Life, we don't. We just talk about our lives and our art business.
And if that isn't enough for you, you can always switch to either of those platforms and listen to John's podcast that treats the same subjects, right?
Generally, yeah. Different formats. So I do a podcast every week that's available wherever you get your podcasts. And I also do a video version that I put on YouTube, as well as a weekly blog. So if you just like the written expression.
So it looks like this...
we're busy.
We're busy. Somebody told me the other day, it's like, man, I have so much work, I forgot to name and this and that or record something. And he said, because you create too much. I feel like if I don't create, I have this guilty feeling like I'm not working. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, and the thing is, I mean, you can just slap stuff together and just crank it out, but I don't think that's what we're doing. But I don't assign to the idea that create less because you're crowded, and when you have room, make another piece. That to me
doesn't work like that.
It doesn't feed the creative soul, and that's really why I'm doing this. If I can sell, that's magnificent. But I'd do it even if it didn't sell. So
let's see. Let's jump to the second part of the show.
Okay.
And, I want to introduce now again.
I know her.
You do. Urbana Revisited is called, and one of the first pieces as well. And actually, the whole canvas, the whole background, it's a composition of many other pictures of decay walls or graffiti walls. They're put together, and I printed in Romania this time. I shipped them to Houston because we were there at the time.
Yeah, that was fascinating. Yeah.
I didn't want to carry with me in the suitcase because it was way too big. So I print them there. I shipped them to Houston, and they arrived at the day we came back at the studio.
That was magic. And we were thinking, I don't know how long this is going to take. I don't know if they're going to get beaten up in the mail. Everything was fine.
It was.
I think it cost $40 to ship.
It was a lovely piece to begin with. I stretched it on the bars, and something was missing. And I said, you know what? I'm going to paint over something. I didn't know exactly what I was painting. And then out of nothing, this face came to me, and it's like, oh my God, this is the face I'm gonna go with. And this is Urbana, watching you, being part of our life every day. And the
spirit of the city.
This is a larger piece, is altogether, I believe 32 by 32 inches. And it's glorious. It's a lot of energy, it's a lot of colors, it's a lot of hidden messages into it. It's either some Romanian political
Oh, is there
signs
some
under there somewhere.
signage in there?
That doesn't really matter. It's what you see is this imprint of the streets of Bucharest, actually. So
The soul of the city. I love it.
and it's you have eyes, you have like a target, ideas that whatever we do has a target. And yeah, come and it's available. It's either on the
And
website.
it's a really good size.
Yeah, you know what? It's behind you actually.
Oh, is it? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't even realize that. I'm
Yeah,
blocking
look at
her.
that. It's large.
It's hard to
And
see with everything else.
It has so many hits for people that came to Silverstone Studios. In fact, 2 weekends ago, we had to drive like half an hour away from the studios for a potential collector because she fell in love
Oh
with it.
yes, yeah. We took this to see her.
Except we got in her house, and the house was so big that completely disappeared. And
It
that-
looks big
that didn't
here,
work.
but in a big room, it just looked
Oh,
tiny.
she was so committed to get this one and one similar in the same series, but they didn't work because even though they're large, they're too small for her place. And so,
So if you live in a castle, this may not be the best for you.
no, I can do commissions.
You can make them bigger.
So a week after that, another gentleman stopped by the studio and he said, "Oh, can you reproduce this? Can you do something similar?"
He wanted it larger.
on a larger.
That's
So
right.
this is, I showed you those mock-ups early on. So those are for that gentleman.
Yeah, that should be really exciting.
It is.
I love the series. I think it'll go
it's-
well, and you've got an unending amount of material to
yes.
pull from on the streets of Bucharest.
And it's fun, and it's fun to create them because there's no boundaries.
Mhm.
Everything that I see can be added to it, and then create these hidden messages through each one of those images.
Excellent.
Now you have a largest one from the same series.
Ah, yes. This is Dharma from the Pankamarga series, as I mentioned before. So you see a lot of the same colors and elements, though this one is much larger. This one is 51 by 43. So it's a big piece. It's behind me. I can't even take it off the wall. It's too big.
Don't do that.
But yeah, I love the colors in this one. This is probably my favorite from the series. It gets a lot of attention, but no one's purchased it. To me, again, it looks almost like jewelry.
It has a lot of details in it.
It's very, very busy. And again, that whole idea that this is what the meditation was about, that all those things that make you up to this point, and there are those blue rectangles are my footprints as I walk through the memories of my life and kind of planning for the future. I mean, the whole idea is that with Pankamarga is that when you think you've reached the end, when you think you've reached perfection, you can see from that vantage point that there are actually 5 more roads. And I'm thinking, okay, was 60 years old at the time. And I said, I'm not done yet. I'm not ready to retire. I'm going to look past that to the next things that I'm doing. And that's the art career.
And it's a great piece either for a large home or for an office. I was playing with the mock-ups the other day, and it brings a lot of energy and color to those wide spaces.
And it's, I think it's really, really important to me is when you're far away, you get this overall look of movement and color and it's just the chaos. When you get close to the picture in the details, there are all kinds of little things in it in different layers that the experience when you're close to the picture is different from when you're far away. And I like that because I don't live in a great big house. So I can usually get pretty close to my art as I'm passing by in the hallway.
Beautiful.
So hopefully it'll be something that will speak to someone.
And it's lovely because every time I get in there, there's something to an element I can see what I haven't seen before. So
hidden jokes and little hidden images.
But guys, this was the edition of our chat. This is episode 4 this year already.
It's 4th this year, and I think it's 49th overall, something like that. I was trying to look.
I lost counting
a lot.
But thank you for being with us today, this morning, and hope you have a wonderful Saturday and weekend. and we'll see you next week.
Thanks. Bye now.
Bye, guys.